G'day traders, John from Crypto Candlestick Trading doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. And as we can see, Ripple has had a massive day yesterday, and that was because the SEC said that Ripple is no longer a security or regarded as a security, which means it can be traded as a currency, which is what it was all the time. Let's go and have a look at Ripple, and this is massive. This actually could be the driver for a new uptrend with this market. But one thing that we can say for sure is that this is massive exuberance. So, we could be in for some wild trading before we actually... this is massive news for Ripple. So I could see Ripple going to much higher prices than this. But will it come down or go up beforehand? If you're in the risk, you can probably buy here and... I don't know where you'd be having your stops, but in this kind of situation here, this is definitely exuberance. So we could wake up and have some. Oh, sorry, we could be going to bed tonight. The US market opens, trades lower, then trades back up. Who knows what's going to happen here? But so far we do know that Ripple is looking like a good place to have your money at this stage here. Well, it went up 74% last night, I believe it was. Now, in saying that, we did have a sell-off of around about, somewhere near 20%, which isn't favourable, which usually means that, it's gone up, pulled back 20%, and then, we kind of have some sort of decline at least to the 50% mark before we take off. Let's just go through and have a look at some of these other cryptos so we can see what's going on. So, with this here, I like the volume, I do like it, but there's some things here that just really aren't matching up, and... I've been saying this the whole time. I can see Bitcoin's going up, but the rest of the crypto market isn't, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. Let's just go and have a look here. Actually, let's go through and have a look at the weekly chart first, and then we'll have a look at the daily chart. So if we have a look here, just so we can get a better idea of where the market is and what the market's likely to do next. So if we have a look here, so here's the solid support right here, and we come across, and we're actually at that solid support right now. So previous support becomes new resistance. If we have a look on the daily chart with Bitcoin, we can see there's great volume here. I really do like that volume. There's definitely some big money that stepped into the market here. But the problem is that the big money sold off here, big money sold off here, they sold off here, they sold off here, they sold off here. They also sold off here. And this candle here, that's a kind of rocket booster looking kind of a candle. So what I'd be interested to know is if it's going to go above that high there. But one thing we can see for sure is that we have a higher market. Actually, I'll just move this line so it includes the top of that line there. Okay, so now we can see that we've got... let me just get rid of these boxes. So that's pretty much the box that I was kind of, going by. But anyway, we've gone up here, we've touched there, almost touched there, we've touched here now. So we've got an uptrending line for sure, there's no doubt. Massive amounts of selling that's happened up here as well. We've got divergence. So the strength is coming out of the market still. Why have we turned down today? We've got a nice big push there. We've almost got a 20% sell-off here at this stage here. And we also know that being on the weekly chart, which is where big money watches for these kind of... what big money will do is try to entice the retail investors to buy. And the reason why they're doing this is so that they can sell up the top here, which we can just see in the daily charts is what happened. So we can see that, it's almost like down here. This is massive buying that's coming into the market. And then there's massive buying there, and there's massive buying here. This is the engulfing. And then have a look at the result after that. Here, if we have a look at the daily chart, we've got wicks at the top. So, yeah, this market could go up, but we've got a massive lack of volume here. We've got exuberance candles right from the start. We've got selling at the top here. Previous support becomes new resistance. I think the crypto market, or I can pretty much put it down to the whole crypto market jumped on the result of Ripple's court decision yesterday. So let's just have a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart now that we've seen that. So on the daily chart, we've got divergence. So money's coming out of the market, or strength is coming out of the market, while there's, we're pushing higher highs. Could this still do something? Yes, it could. But buying engulfing patterns at the top, really usually it doesn't go well. Is this at the top? Who knows? But so far we can see that we've got massive resistance at this area. We've got divergence down here, and we've got distribution days up the top here. Usually it takes anywhere from 3 to 5 distribution days to turn a market. And so far we can clearly see that we've definitely got 5 here, and there's also another one down here as well. So we've got 6. Usually 6 distribution days where big money has been selling at the top here. That means that they're enticing traders to buy so that they can sell. And you know, all they want to do is prop this market up to get us involved in the market. Now, in saying that, let's go through and have a look. I just want to go through and just show you what a real bull market looks like in my eyes. And I just, you know, here's the Nasdaq. And so the Nasdaq, like that's beautiful. It's just gone straight up. You know, it's broken these moving averages, pulled back a couple of times, and then we've gone up, and we're still showing massive amounts of strength from here. We're in the overbought area, but we're still making low, high, high, low, high, high in here too. Let's have a look at this S&P 500. S&P 500 is the same thing, and so here we're just making higher highs and higher lows. And so this sort of a breakout here, you know, this is good. It's gone up and pulled back, gone up and pulled back, gone up, and we've kind of created a base here, and we've taken off from there. You know, I do like that kind of thing there. You know, it'll be nice to get some sort of a pullback from here and then start loading up on the Meta, Amazon. Let's just go through and have a look just quickly. So this is the sort of bull run that I'm after. You know, I'm not after, so far, the crypto market looks potentially sideways and choppy, and there's selling that's happened, you know, in amongst all this buying. And so there's Amazon. I'll just go through this quickly. There's Microsoft, Nvidia. Had a look at that last night. Google. And yep, so there you go. So here, you know, we're kind of looking at these sort of things here, and you know, I doubt it was Ripple that actually moved the US market, but the US market's been in a long-term uptrend now for around about 3 months, and you know, you can kind of see it from back here. We've gone lows, highs, high lows, high highs, breaking these here. So anyway, that's what a bull market would usually look like. Now, if we go to Bitcoin, you know, we can see lots of selling at these kind of areas here. You know, even here when we've got exuberance, like we don't have a break pulling back through here, yes, that could actually run, but, you know, usually it has to fulfill, you know, coming back and buying, you know, taking out everyone's stop losses. So anyone that got up, you know, was buying in around here, and then it went up to there, they've got their stop losses below this low here in most cases. So big money wants to take them out because to them it's cheap crypto. So they'll go up, and then they'll bring it down and drive it back down to this price here, which is below here, so they can pick up everyone's stop losses. To them, it's cheap crypto. And so then they take off, and then, you know, here we can see that we've got exuberance here and here, and we've got massive selling by big organizations, big institutions here. Even though we, you know, like we, you know, traded up there a little bit more, then we had a big long-legged doji here, and then look at the result. We've gone up here, and we've got 60 distribution days up here. So, you know, and we've got divergence. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with this here. I'm not totally confident in this market, thinking that, yes, hey, you know, here we go. That's not what I think this is. You know, to me, it's like a false sense of security, and it all started with this one here, and this is exuberance right from the start. This one, and we pulled back, got exuberance again, but we sold off. So a few of the big money got smart on that one there, but, you know, we're selling off here too. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here, but, you know, like I'm expecting that we might actually see, you know, going up to those highs and then closing back down here. We do have three days left before Monday morning at 10 o'clock, when it'll give us a new weekly candle. So it'll be interesting to see where this one finishes. Okay, let's just go through and have a look just quickly. I want to have a look at some of these here. So with that massive push that we just had last night, you know, like now big money, like they've got big money, right? So that, you know, it takes them a month to enter this market. So if you think you've missed out, you haven't. So, you know, we can still get in. Remember, big money's going to be getting in like over a month if they've chosen this time to be getting in. And we can see from the volume here that it looks pretty good. But we can also see that we're still kind of trending down. You know, here, like that low there is lower than these previous lows here. Okay, so near, and like I like near. I'm definitely I'm dollar cost averaging into near, but I reckon I can get it under $1. That's what I think anyway. Whether that, you know, happens or not, I don't really care. You know, I'm just collecting near at this stage here. So if we have a look here, we've got doji, beautiful looking candle. You know, breaking up above there. I mean, this is buy material. There's no doubt about it. This is buy material. I just don't know where Bitcoin is. You know, so the ones that I would be buying would be this one here, and let's have a look at Solana. So Solana, I'm not as big a fan of, simply because we've gone up and then pulled back with a doji here, and then we've got a nice break there. So, you know, this here, it's good. We've had a little bit of a sell-off, but not much. We've got indecision, and then we've got a nice strong candle there. And so the two that I'm actually looking at, you know, for potential buyers would be Near and Solana. You know, and only reason being is because when we're actually down way in the lows, the ones that break out the first were these two. Or, you know, well, besides Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum. Ethereum Classic. Okay, so up here and, you know, down there. So there's Solana on the daily chart. Let's keep on having a look. This one here, Link. That, you know, that's good, but it looks like exuberance to me. You know, like let's go and find. I want to see this kind of candle with this kind of volume and see if it, represents something that we'll be after. That actually candle looks smaller, that volume's bigger. So now we have something that's a mismatch, because if this here is going to contain this much volume, that means there's too much push for not enough volume. This one here, we've got a strong amount of push here, and we've got a better amount of volume. Sorry, we've got a smaller push here with stronger volume. So these two are kind of backwards. Let's just go and have a look and see if we can find anything else. This one here, this is similar to what we're just looking at now. And so this is what I'm saying. We could actually see higher prices here before something like this happens, where big money, and this could happen in 2 days. Just like what has happened here. But here we've got an up, and then we pull back a little bit. I do like buying after that, and then like after this one here, we've got the nice big push there with the volume. So that kind of reminds me of something similar to what we're on now. This one here, well, I mean, it's probably a little bit smaller volume, and it's probably about an equivalent sort of a push. But in any case, to me, it looks like exuberance. I'm interested to see where we go here. And look at this, for a crypto, it's gapped up and then started trading back down to the open. Let's have a look at Ripple. When you're ready. Okay, so this here is, I like to take these trades for short. So if it's gone up to here and then sold off this much, and then, we come across to here, I am looking for the green. It's gone green. As soon as it turns red, I want to enter a short trade right there and bring it down. I haven't done it in this one here because I think that Ripple could actually move because that big, what the court decision was. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, this to me is wide and loose trading, and we're sold off a lot there. So is this big money enticing them there, and then they want to go down and take out everyone's stocks before they take off? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But this here is an exuberant candle. It's, you can see it doesn't match any of these others, including, but they did have a massive big court case that was finalized yesterday. So that's why this has happened. Could we see this at $10? Yes. $5, $15. Yep, we could see all those prices from here. So keep your alerts on Ripple. If it pulls back and gives you a nice buy signal, I'd be taking it. Let's have a look at XTZ. Okay, so this one here isn't bad actually. We've gone up, and then we've kind of gone a little bit sideways, and so here we've kind of had a bit of a breather. The money's sort of sorted itself out. We've got good volume accumulation here. We do have an increasing, relative strength index, and we're still moving up, which is good. That's what I'd like to see with Bitcoin, but we don't see it with Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin's the leader. This one here, nice big push, like really big push. It's good, but we're under the 200. Matic. I do like Matic a lot. We've got an engulfing, closing above there. Let's just have a look and see what Matic's done. Okay. Oh, I'll take some of these, put some of these drawings back. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Support, breakthrough, resistance, right at that previous support line. And this one here, KNC. Yep, not much there for me. This one here, Ape. No, not much there for me. We're getting engulfing, closing above. I do like that. If this was to close above the 50 and above this line here, like that's, to me, this is like a double bottom. If it comes back up above this high here, that will be an entry for me that I'll be looking at buying. Once it breaks this high here and closes above it with confidence. I do like the volume on that. Now, Stellar Lumens, if you didn't know, is Ripple's little brother. So basically, Ripple went on their own way doing their, they wanted to focus on the banks. And what Stellar Lumens wanted to do, they said that there's like, I don't know how many billion people without access to a bank because they don't have enough money. But with Stellar Lumens, you can have, $4, and you can be working in Thailand and send it, to Malaysia, and you can transfer, almost all of your $4. Whereas with some of these other ones, it takes like $4 just to transact it. So for these third world countries, Stellar Lumens definitely has a, like a service that they're offering. Now here we've gone up, we're sold off around about 30-40%, so that's not good. That basically says that big money were driving this up, pulling it back, and then we were trading down from here. But who knows how far down we could trade? The most likely spot would be this high here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one here, I am going to get me one of these or a couple of these, but I don't want to buy them at this stage here, because if we have a look now, we can actually see that we're on support, becomes resistance. Hang on. Oh, I got it. Okay, so support becomes resistance. So that's around about the same area here. And we've gone up and we've got the 200 at the same resistance area. We've kind of come up a fair way. We've had a massive big push down here like this. So, there's a few here that I'm interested in, but not just now. I'm kind of waiting for these to react a little bit better. I've found the most successful trades is when you're above all the jargon and you're getting into those markets at that time there. I don't think we'll be waiting for that. Like I want to see a decline, and I want to be trading out of these lows, like in around about here somewhere the next time it happens. So, okay, let's have a look at Doge. Doge, yeah, don't mind Doge. You know, it's still moving up. Looks pretty good, but support becomes resistance. Yep, we've got the same thing happening here too. So this to me hasn't broken, but it's like, you know, that's the real support here. And then we've got resistance at that area, and we just made it up to resistance. So let's just wait and see what happens. You know, at this stage here, we've got all the amateurs or, you know, retail investors, and some of them will be making money because they know how to trade, you know, shorter term time frames, and they'll be doing well with that. But I'm not really after the shorter term time frames. You know, like we can get in there for an earlier entry, but the sort of thing that I'm after is, you know, I want to see. Let's have a look at, you know, some of these. I want to see rallies like this. You know, this kind of thing to me is, you know, what I'm after with the crypto market. And I want to be adding to these. Like, this is a very healthy, strong bull market. If we have a look at Bitcoin with what we've just seen, it's not a very strong, healthy market. So, all right, traders. Anyway, I'm probably going to leave it at that. If you have any questions about your charts or where we are in the market, I think I've pretty much explained it. But, you know, like say for me, like I'm really not interested in getting involved in this market, you know, with these big factors that are happening here. You know, like we might get a little bit more of a pop up and then closing back below. You know, anything can happen from here. But so far, it looks to me like big money is enticing retail investors to buy, while they sell. All right, traders. I hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.